Alrighty here. Turn that off. Had a quick echo there. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome on back to Railroader, day 43 of the Derp Railroad. Pop on in here and get some hands. Hello. Hello. I think someone fell asleep or their mic's not working or something. Alrighty. Alright, I need to get this train going again. We got ourselves another diesel. And crippling debt. There we are. Hello, AG. Welcome on back. I need to turn... wheels, there we are. That sounds a little bit better. Alright, westbound to Bryson. Here we go. Pop up in my water. Did Carl go off? I don't think Carl went off. Now that I'm looking at it. Carl? Did Carl go off? At 10 a.m. today, that's not this stream. Alright, I gotta watch my speed while I fix Carl's issue. Multitasking. Channel. Live. Look at that. Share. Copy link. Let's get Carl's attention, shall we? Ba-na-na-na-na. There we are. That should hopefully fix the issue. And we're keeping a nice 28 miles an hour, which is perfect. We're still actually hauling like 45 cars, 46 cars. A lot of which are copper mine, or sorry, coal mine and copper mine. Majority of which is hoppers, I should say. And we got more cars down in the interchange. Ah, stupid cough. I need this thing to be gone. Just done. No more, please. Oh, we haven't even gone past Ela yet. No. Well, they're about to get a train of their lives. Oh, there we go. Holding in a nice 30, and I love it. There is 2 cars here for the interchange. They'll get serviced when other Ela cars come up. These things drive so smooth, it's nice. It's very, very nice. Hello?
Hey. 3.
How's it going there, Crusher? Someone got the reference. Welcome to the stream, P42. Good song, 16 tons.
Yeah.
Fitting with all the tonnage that we've been hauling the past couple of streams.
So where am I needed?
Connolly first.
Alright. I'll take over Connolly in the Whittier Sawmill area.
I know Krieg's in the call, but I don't know where he's at. What notch am I in? I'm in notch 3, and it's been like perfect 30 miles an hour the entire way.
Yeah. Hmm.
Alright, I gotta check my switches ahead. I want to be aligned into the siding.
I am going to be on the main line for a moment here. I'm gonna grab all the loaded. Or wait, are these loaded?
What
No,
are
they're
you
not.
grabbing?
Okay, wait.
There should be empty bulkheads that have to go up to Connolly. And
Oh
then there
yeah,
should
okay.
be sawmill cars.
Alright, I will do the Sonal cars first. I am not thinking. That was not. I cannot think straight. Great. Yippee!
Coming up on the Walker branch. Well, that's annoying. That's so stupid. They have they have a slider in the audio for what is labeled as whistle, right? Which would be your H key keyboard shortcut for the whistle. But on the diesel, it's just counted as engine noise. Therefore, it does not whistle or blow the horn if the engine noise is down all the way. So that's annoying. Because I want the engine noise lower, but then I want to have the horn up a little higher so I can hear it. Hello, Cam Freak. Welcome back. Wait, I gotta check switches on the other side of this yard because this train is so freaking long. We don't want to end up in the service track. Because that would make it for an interesting day. This is just so nice to watch. Yeah, right?
Yeah, there's just a Olafels bar in the middle of the Whittier Sawmill cut.
Oh. Yeah, they were just blocked for their sections, not really organized.
Yeah, it seems about right.
Alright, here we go. There's Appalachian. Alright, there we go. That should be good enough. There, and then that. Open that up. Had to break that so we don't recharge the other cars. And then dump them immediately. Yes, this is a long ass coal train. Very good. I'm gonna have to stick this thing halfway down Connolly Creek just to get the cars in Old Arca Junction. But on that note, it is time to keep moving. Sticks. And welcome back, Stickman. Hopefully your internet is doing a-okay today. Hopefully, alright. Oh, you know, I really can't open that up to notch 3 until I'm out of this switch. Now we can notch through it. Yeah, I'm sure it is P42, but even still, I like to not hit switches like that terribly fast. Just makes for good practice, especially when you can't see what's around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, pardon me. I'm trying not to die anymore. It's being kind of difficult. Well, I guess I shouldn't expect too much speed up the hill with this. Although it's only 13,000 tons of cars. Should be able to accelerate through this. Some mild rail fanning for you guys. Oh, stick mom. I wouldn't know to be sure.
Let's have a look. Maybe?
That's not what I wanted to do. I think that's TL Hart that posted this in Railroads Online channel. Saying they were scrolling for YouTube and Railroads Online to see how many views the people making content are getting. Mentioned somebody getting 33,000 views. After that, it drops to 2,000 or less per video for other content streamers. And then in the middle of all that, my stream pops up. And they go and say, love that Railroader and Nix are getting advertised while browsing Railroads Online. God bless you, TL Hart. It's a damn star.
Yeah, I don't think the in-game Atlantic is a J1.
My stick posted pictures in the Yard Talk channel.
Yeah, I see it. I'm looking at it right now in my second monitor. A1, the A1 is definitely from that region, though I don't think that's the exact model.
I don't think there should be anything up in Robinson Gap if I'm aware.
That one car that you have to leave there for a while.
What, the mining supply car?
Oh yeah, no, that's not even there.
Yeah, that I think is gone.
Yeah, there's nothing up there.
Alright, cool. Because I'm about to shove like 30 or 40 cars up there.
Yippee!
Exactly.
High tier Robinson's Gap does that to you.
I love it, to be honest. And we upgraded the tiers on Alarka Junction, but they won't take effect till tomorrow. Hello, John. Welcome on back. You got anything about removing the mods you have? Are you currently running mods? End game right now? Oh. The shading one's nice. I don't know why you would get rid of it. Well, I mean, you do you. Yeah, I gotta stick my nose down the Alarka line just to get the cars that I want in the junction yard. But then I get the reverse straight back up into Robinson Gap, and it turns me around in the process, so I'm happy. Alright, there's the Alarka. That should do there. See if gravity does what I need it to. Probably not. Come on, get the tonnage moving. Hello, Mario. Welcome on back. About getting ready to reverse this thing over here, so. Alright, I'm not a fan of which track I put this on, but it is what it is. And we're gonna go straight up Robinson Gap. Finally took a loan for a second, GP9. Oy. A small loan. GP9s are like 31 to 32,000 depending on your discount. We've got 3 of them now, and we're putting them to work. Hurt my feelings. I didn't hurt your feelings. Or did the fact that having to take out a loan hurt your feelings? Because that would be understandable. Taking the loan. Yeah. Okay. Understandable. Kind of just want to take the money and not give it back. Speaking of money. Here comes the fun part. Smile. Gotta change that switch for when we come back. Spicy wheel noises. Although Notch 1 seems to handle this grade pretty well so far. Though we are actively adding tonnage to the hill.
Hello.
Oh, look who finally decided to speak.
Well, that's because when I joined the channel, there was no one here, and then I got a notification for dinner. So I went down to dinner. When I came back, you were all here.
Wow.
Yay.
I was here.
Crusher.
Within the hour that you said you'd be here, you weren't here.
Toxic.
Yep. I was busy playing a game that is older than most of you in this channel.
How old is it?
1999.
Oh, okay. So it's 2 years younger than me.
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yeah, that scares me. If you want to have a good conversation, talk to the Mad Dragon on that game. He used to put
Mad Dragon.
Yeah, one of our derps. He used to play that quite a bit from what he's told us in the past.
I played it religiously as a kid. And Steam had it for $5. So I got it. Anyway, let's see here.
Mario says they're older than that. That's a good sign.
What? Girlfriend's sending me Amazon links to cookware.
Uh-oh.
It's like, no. It says made in China. What? What's wrong with Chinese cookware? Everything. Get me something American.
Easy now. Alright, what lane? I guess I'll do the lane that it's set already. Me and Zach were born the same year. Nice.
So what's going on today?
Freight.
Oh, thank you, Captain Obvious.
I'm just now finishing up basically the first transfer. There's a second interchange of like 14 cars that has yet to be sorted. But it's already in.
There's another Jeep?
We have 3 now.
I see.
What month? I was born in May 1997. It is nice seeing like older viewers in the streams. Like I'm still like getting used to the fact that like I'm not streaming a game like Minecraft anymore where I have constant like 12-year-olds.
Eh.
And I actually have like really nice, intelligent, chill people in my streams most of the time.
Hmm.
Well, Zach is older than me now. Rip. About to get a nice payday with these hoppers. Your son streams Minecraft? Oh no. It can be fun to stream. I used to have multiple over the course of time multiple Minecraft servers. So I did a lot of like admin and moderating while also streaming, and it got like very chaotic most of the time. Until I had like somebody like Sheridan helping me out back then. Nope, I did not want to stop. There we go. That's stopping that now. I don't that yeah, that did make a difference. Damn it. Sky Wars and duels. See, that's the stuff that I never really bothered with. Jeez, the cars that I did deliver were almost $2,000 worth.
Sounds about right.
Was that marked as timely delivery too? Yeah. It's like $7 extra per car for timely delivery on Robinson Gap.
Money. Money.
Yep, very nice paycheck. And by the end of the day, all these hopper cars will probably be full.
So you tried to beat my tonnage record, huh?
It's like borderline the same almost. Hey, Crusher, highball win.
Hmm.
Yikes.
Uh. Hmm.
What tier? We're tier 5 on Robinson Gap. We started upgrading Alarka's Industries to tier 4, but they won't take effect until the next in-game day. Yes, Dick. SW1 when? Maybe. If I get one, it's probably gonna go to Connolly. There we are. Slightly smaller paycheck. So I started doing something a little bit more intelligent when separating cars.
Yeah.
Where I'll open up the angle cocks on what I'm dropping off, and then brake the airline before I recharge my entire air brake. Or train brake, rather. That way I don't accidentally recharge those cars and then immediately dump the air that's in them. Yikes, Crusher. You're being called out, saying Highball doesn't even have a Steam page. You alright over there?
Yeah, I'm just tired.
Tired. Yikes. Did Daylight Savings kick your ass too?
Yeah.
That's a mood. I got like maybe all of an hour or
Daylight
two of sleep
savings.
last night.
Why do we even do it anymore?
Tradition.
There's no reason to.
Orica.
Just leave it on the savings time. That's fine.
Creek, care to comment as a farmer?
I have headlights, so it matters not to me.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I have enough of the government taking my money for whatever they feel like spending it on, let alone my time to sleep, so.
It's not how it works.
What's that?
Going to bed early.
Ah.
I mean, hell, I'm usually in bed by 9 p.m. anyway, so... Like... Yeah.
I was up late last night, but that's not typical for me.
I don't tend to stay up late anymore for the most part.
No?
Well, no, not really.
Stickman cannot fathom the idea of a consistent sleep schedule.
That's all I've had actually throughout my life, believe it or not.
Yeah, same here.
My mom always called me and my sister weird because they never had to give us a bedtime. We were just in bed constantly at a decent time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, aren't you just special?
I'm painfully punctual is what it is, and I like my sleep.
Entirely understandable.
Press X to doubt. Stickman, why are you on my train? Don't you have something better to do?
I'm riding on your train too right now, but I'll be relocating myself momentarily.
Oh, okay. You handling something?
Yeah, I'm doing something off screen. I had someone inquire about diesel chooch features and differences, so I am providing information.
Mario in chat is asking, is that angry ragtimer right here? No.
I don't think I sound like angry. Maybe I do.
I don't think I've talked to him, really, to know.
I've been in his server once or twice with him, a couple times, but I didn't think to compare my voice to his at the time, so.
Well, that's the thing. You never can really compare your own voice because you don't hear yourself the same way you sound.
Oh, I mean, that's fair, although I have listened to playbacks of my voice before, like watching the stream the other day where I slam into Nasu's passenger train just so I could laugh at myself, but
God damn it, frame rate. Oh, look at this guy hauling a single blue Jeep with a black Jeep on either side.
they're slate gray.
Yeah. I'm colorblind and I knew that. Yes, stick.
It's just the lighting, you know.
Isn't there shit in Silva to do?
Yeah?
There's shit in Alarka to do. Actually, Alarka's engine number 20 is in Bryson that needs to come down, pick up the Robinson Gap, or the Alarka cars and take them down.
That reminds me, is the chooch that I bent up, is she repaired?
Probably not. I don't know. Which one?
You have it in your consist.
Oh, then no, not fully.
Ah.
It's at 80%. It's functional.
Yeah, it's usable.
That's a mood. It's good enough.
Good enough for government work.
I didn't know we got a government contract.
Yeah, 20 needs to go to Alarka Junction, pick up the Alarka cars, leaving the Nantahala one behind. And then haul them down to Alarka. Krieg crashed a choo-choo. More or less ran into something.
It was not intentional, nor avoidable, unfortunately.
But someone no longer has a perfect record.
No, you.
Actually, I think Daiches is the only one left that hasn't crashed anything.
No, I don't think that that's accurate.
I think he's crashed like once.
Someone would have to find stream proof then, because I don't remember.
I refuse to believe that he has a perfect record.
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Framerate says Daiches crashed a couple of times. Do you remember what it was, Framerate? Once in Bryson Tunnel. No, that was Crusher.
No, I was outside of Bryson Tunnel.
Oh, sorry, Bryson Turntable. It's the Cowie Tunnel, is the tunnel. And he's killed a few cars.
Yeah, where I crashed was at the 50-mile post marker.
But you derailed in the tunnel somehow.
No, I didn't derail in the tunnel. I was
Somebody
just out
did.
of it.
I thought somebody did.
No, you guys are the ones who keep telling me that around Cowie you can't do 35, yet I'm the only one who's done 35 through there without shitting their pants, apparently.
Through Cowie?
Milepost
Yeah.
50. Those S curves through 50.
Yeah, those are the killers.
I mean, I've never had an issue, but
I've found that between milepost 49 and milepost 50, the max you really want to go is about 40 mile an hour. But even then, that's pushing it.
I tend not to do more than 36 just because it's just me.
Mm-hmm. The squeals of the flange is very loud in that area. They squeal in agony.
The Railroads Online text channel is interesting to read right now in my server.
I get why we have it, or why you have it, but
What, you don't want the channel there anymore?
yeah, I would prefer to completely just remove Railroads Online
Here's
from
the
my
problem.
brain from now on.
I'm stuck because I'm
Yeah.
like the last server available where people can actually freely talk about the game and not get shitposted by fucking toxic staff
Mm-hmm.
or devs rather. Sorry. God forbid I call them by the right thing.
One of like three.
I don't know. Is there any other servers available that actually let you talk about the game without being censored?
I mean, yeah. There's Heiss's server.
I was just gonna say,
I was gonna.
I mean, you're not allowed to like entirely shit on the game over there, but you can talk about it, and most people don't bother with you.
I was actually.
Obviously, and the reason for that being is, the server's connected to Heist. Heist is connected to Century of Steam, so allowing people to absolutely dump on the game over there is not publicly savvy.
Right.
Yeah.
I know they had gotten rid of the channel at one point, and then Mickley about had a heart attack because they just couldn't get rid of people talking about it. So
I mean, they got rid of the RO channel a while ago and no one's complained. So,
yeah. So I'm sort of in the same boat where it's like I can't get rid of the channel because then the discussions flow somewhere else where they don't need to be. So it's there. It's usually under control for the most part.
yeah.
But somebody was talking in that channel about Khan because he's creating content on the game still. And the comment they made is like, it sounds like he's going out of his way just to be positive to the game, and you kind of have to be at this point. For anybody that creates content for the game. But he's like the sole content creator that actually brings viewers in by the thousands for that game. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. He's in his own boat. I like the dude. I've never had the opportunity to really talk to him though.
Alright, so
I feel like one of the only reasons that people still play RO is just the track building. And even then, it's not that good.
Well, I was gonna say it's improved, but honestly, I still prefer the original system.
Yeah. The original system definitely could have been improved. But it's
whoa.
What's the matter,
Sorry,
Creek?
I just saw the operation safety number.
Oh, did it
Is it
change?
funny?
It's at 58%.
Fuck.
Oh, that was a little bit of a hard dunk. Oh well.
It just
These are
it
company
went
owned
from
cars. It doesn't
75
matter.
to 58. Fuck.
Damn.
Oh well.
Well, I mean, we did rear end a passenger train that was loaded at 20 miles
We
an
did
hour.
more than that too, I think.
Yeah.
Do we even have a equipment discount anymore? Oh yeah, we do. 7%. Hooray.
They feel bad for you. Alright, so we have cars up at interchange. Let me take a look at what else is going on around here. What in the world's going on here? Oh. Oh my. Okay. There's a bunch of Silva cars that need a place to go.
Oh,
apparently.
somebody didn't even. Nobody jumped on 5 to do Silva.
I
Silva's got a
guess
shit ton
I
of
will.
work.
Yeah, I guess I'll take care of that.
Have fun.
Where's Theo?
And 5 barely has any fucking water. Okay. Probably gonna run down to Dillsboro first.
Well, at this point, do I just run back with all 3 diesels?
There's not that many cars. Well, you can. I mean, you're not like you're gonna burn any kind of fuel. There are cars for your end of the railroad to take. You just have to kick out the ones for me, which is only 4 of them. The rest are for Whittier West. So you can come back up and swap them.
Yeah, I just don't think there's anything for me to pick up yet.
That's not what I went up there to look. Is there any other? No. Okay. So just locus.
Stay on that service track for a few minutes, please. Until I can pass.
I'm surprised. Only 3 cars at L2? Up at Connolly Creek, I should say.
Yeah, don't change the locations of any of those.
Well, actually, by now, I'm sure the, Yeah, actually, I think...
Sheridan had that all balanced out. I'd like it to keep it that way.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll keep it like it. But I'm gonna go grab the other cars. Or I'm gonna start grabbing the log cars, because I'm sure the log cars down at the sawmill are completely empty by now.
Yeah, probably.
Slow down.
I would love a slow back.
A5 when?
God's strongest 040. Second strongest, sorry.
I just want a good American. Like, I'm not talking about the Reno. I want like a modern American because they're fun, and I think it would be nice for small trains. But I also want a lot of other things too. So
Yeah, I think getting a modern American style locomotive would be really cool.
Oh, you know what? I could work Appalachian too. Stick, go ahead and come on out of there, please.
is there anyone between me and Wilmot?
Shouldn't be.
Okay.
Frame rate. Keep your Canadian ass out of this.
Oh, we didn't frickin' normalize our Switch again. I guess I have to start babysitting everything now.
Where at?
Silva, paperboard. Line straight into S1.
Jesus Christ, really?
Good thing there was nothing in it.
I don't even know how that... I guess fucking Dark did it. Alright, where's my primary engine? Oh, my primary's up here. Okay. It's actually facing forward. Alright, so actually I don't have to turn my locomotives around. I'm actually conveniently facing the wrong way. Hello, Shores. Welcome back. Oh, the passenger cars are also sitting here not doing jack shit. And they're full of passengers. Scander's back. Welcome on back. Alright, I want to fuel up the last diesel on my consist here. How wide is this freaking hitbox? There we go. Monday's been a-okay, I guess.
Ooh, I'll take one of those. There's a picture on Facebook of a Santa Fe 5000 class 210-4.
Oh, jeez.
Manly grunting noises.
Oh, what is this with a big Pennsylvania tender? I don't know, because I can't see the rest of the freaking engine. Oh, there it is. Oh, Pennsylvania J1 210-4.
J1s are pretty behemoth too.
Yeah, this thing is...
I was mute. Oh my god.
I love browsing Facebook. Oh, there's an Erie Camelback.
Say what? Where?
Which one?
The 0880.
Oh, the yellow one.
Angus. Man, we should get those in game.
It is going for, yikes, $1,500 for O gauge. MTH Proto 3.
I hate to say it, but that sounds about right for O gauge.
Yeah, shut your mouth. All right, Mario, enjoy your grind over there. I'll post it in Yard Talk for giggles.
Yes, please.
Oh,
Oh
Krieg,
my. Yes.
did you ever watch Game of Thrones?
No.
No? Oh, okay, never mind. There was a picture of who played the voice actor of the Imperial officer in like the previous episode or two.
Mm.
And it's a Game of Thrones actor that everybody hates.
Oh. Well, that makes sense. That is a pretty nice model, but see, I have this fantasy of mine, right? I want to build my own little machine shop with 3D printers and a CNC mill, and I want to build my own models, but I'm torn whether to do them in HO or S scale. I can do more detail in S scale, but HO allows me to fit more.
If you do HO, not only will it allow you to fit more, but there's a much wider market.
Yeah, I was gonna say HO is gonna sell more.
Well, not necessarily to sell. They were going to be WNLV custom Steam.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I wouldn't.
Even still, if you go all the way to make a machine shop, I would consider selling at least.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't turn it down if Nick's wanted to buy a model off of me, you know. But I wanna one day I wanna have my own layout building, and the WNLV has all kinds of custom Steam designs in my head because I can't afford Inventor right now because that's the program I know how to use. But things like Angus are just like run-of-the-mill stuff for the Weatherly and Lehigh Valley Steam era. I think because I wrote down a couple of wheel arrangements. I think because the 284 was kind of introduced in the teens. I think I even have a 284 Camelback in there and a 482 and some bigger articulated Camelbacks until with Weatherly and Lehigh Valley goes, you know what? Nah, we can do rear cab stuff now. Of course, those are larger boilers even than the Camelbacks, and it'll be fun stuff.
When you go and get to doing all that and you have something presentable, let me know. I'll come visit.
Let me hit the lottery first.
Yeah, you and me both. Alright, I gotta go to the bathroom before I decide what to do next.
Okay.
Hold on, I gotta answer this question. Shores asked about the diesel engine 9294. It says, how did you get the paint to look like that? I'll tell you, Krieg hit it.
Accurate. Yes. Well, I didn't hit the engine. I used the engine to hit something else. I used
He
it as a
used the
blunt force
engine as a
weapon.
battering ram.
Not intentionally. Nasu just happened to line me up for the shot.
Ooh. That felt a little close.
All right. I am back. John in chat said, "Start playing the lottery now, and maybe you'll win." John, let me explain something to you. I could be in the lottery with me, myself, and I, and still lose.
Remember, the house always wins.
All right. I gotta figure out what to do here. I actually probably ought to just yoink all these passenger cars and try and get them repaired. Can I repair them with passengers in them? And or is there a way to void passengers? Oh, yeah, you can just void passengers.
Hmm.
Just
Kick them off the line on the side of the tracks and the random.
well, no, you just uncheck all the cars.
Hmm.
Now there's like, I don't know, 500 people getting off at Bryson.
Oh God.
The annoying part is I can't get said passenger cars right where they're at because they're sitting on a switch. I will admit though, Shores said the matte-ish color here, the steel slate gray for the one Jeep looks really sharp. Alright, so we're going to go all the way out to the main line and come back in to get those passenger cars. And then we got to figure out where we can put them. Just gotta make sure nothing else is in my way. Yeah, more painting options, more customization options for this game would be fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a couple variations of diesel schemes would be nice, except instead of just having a black frame with whatever you want to paint the hood, just use basically monochromatic schemes. I mean, it's technically not, but it is. You can only have two choices, and one is always black. Well, that's not true. You can always change the lettering.
Yeah,
That's it.
but still having like the ability to have stripes or something on the side where you can change the color of that too.
Also, change the color of the grab irons and the accents would be nice. Need camelbacks, yes. 100% agree.
Yes, need Campbell back. Need Angus.
Train Plier says it's day 10 on their railroad, and they've already extended to a Larka and possibly can get another Choo Choo.
Wow.
Quick
Yeah,
expansion.
that's probably too quick. But, I mean, hey, you do you.
Good luck, man.
Yeah.
I mean, not that it's not possible. This game makes it pretty hard to fail, but
Isn't like the only way you can actually fail is if you take out too big of a loan?
yeah, and then just sit back and then don't do anything. I mean, 10% interest on the loan that never actually comes due. So you only ever have to pay the interest on a loan. You can just hold it out perpetually.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they only let you take out what your assets are worth. So the only way then would be to spend every dime on engines, let them sit there all the time, but somehow burn all the coal so you have some other reason to spend money to go in the hole further. I mean, it would be, you'd have to intentionally do it
Yeah.
because, like, I mean, there is other overhead. You have some employees. So, I mean, you could hire a shit ton of employees that do nothing all day. So, and AI engineers get paid, but they get paid a pittance compared to what you make on traffic. So, yeah, you would have to intentionally fail. Now, if the loan actually came due, let's say a month or two into the game, and you had $200,000 out and you didn't have $200,000 in the bank, and the bank said all your money are belong to me, then yeah, you could fail. You know, like Railroad Tycoon style, like everybody remembers taking out all those bonds to try to expand their line at a gajillion miles an hour and then forget about them 10 years later and the bonds come due and all of a sudden you have no money left because the bank just took $1.5 million from you because you had 3 outstanding bonds.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
Which I suppose is how the loans would work in this day and age for large corporations is you wouldn't have a monthly payment, you'd pay the interest and then the bond would just come due. um, There also no stock market anything either. So I mean, and why would there be? You're the only company on the map.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
If you could have more than one company on the map, though, that would be interesting.
well, that would imply though that see it makes it hard to do in a game like this because everything's already laid out. So
Mhm.
what are you competing for? You're not. At that point, you're basically co-op. You're interchanging. You're not really competing on the world stage. But
Yeah.
I starve for a game that can bring PvP like Railroad Tycoon 3 did, but also combine things that Railroader and COS are currently advertising that they're going to do. I want that mixture. And I know all these people are like, well, you can't combine a Tycoon game with a Sim game. Why not?
Why
Why
not?
not? Why not?
Why not?
So think about it. And obviously I can't comment on COS because I don't even know that we're all the way at that point to even talk about that, even internally, as to how that kind of would work or anything. I know they're working on other things at the moment I can't speak to, but so let's think about. I just want to go to this conversation, this topic of you can't combine the two, and I don't understand why. I think it's more of the game teams that say you can't just don't want to tackle one or the other. They want to just do the one. When computers are getting better, like I'm running a 3090 Ti with a AMD 5950X processor. And
Damn.
yeah, I had a pretty decent income at the time I built the computer, so I guess that's fair. But you don't need my, as my stepfather calls the PC, the NORAD tower, to run a game like that. But you also have massive multiplayer presence and a large community in this genre that wants basically an MMO of sorts. Not necessarily where you can have hundreds of people in the same server, but hell, if you can have 16 to 32 people in the same server, you can have a multiple crews, but you can also have people managing the company. So even if you can only have 16 people, so that leaves you 8 people per company, that's 4 crews on either side. So it stands to reason that one person could keep track of the administrative stuff, I mean, on a lighter crew duty, and run a company versus the other guy's company on an open map with track building tools and go, there are these towns throughout the map, these resources scattered around with certain industries, and you have these outside map interchanges. The guy with the highest company value in 10 in-game years wins, and go. Why is that not possible? Tell me why. Well, because you have to focus on the sim side. Well, why do you have to focus on that? If you have a crew of 2 or 3, so maybe you have 2 crews of 3. If you can only have 16 people on either side, so maybe it's a smaller map for competition, depending on what your game can handle multiplayer wise, depending on your code. So now you have engineer, fireman, and a conductor, which is all you need. Realistically, here in Railroader, you don't even need that because the engineer can float around in the camera and do all his own switching. But
Right.
so if you get the sim part down, which if you've seen the COS Patreon videos, and I'm not doing this as a plug, but you're gonna need, depending on the difficulty you choose. If you choose easy beginner, you only need one guy in the cab. We've already said that that's how it's gonna be. However, if you want to be like Heist and myself, who's gonna put it on rivet counter mode, you're gonna need the engineer,
Is that
the
what the mode is
fireman.
actually called? Rivet Counter Mode?
No, it doesn't have a name yet.
Please call
Oh
it
my
that.
god! I hope it gets that name.
But so you have engineer, fireman, and conductor. Hands down, that you're going to have those positions because those 2 people aren't going to be able to leave the cab ever, and the conductor's going to have to go do everything on his own. So, it all depends on how you balance out the difficulty, but you can still have the sim component and the tycoon component. You just have to have the proper UI, proper objectives, proper map design, proper graphic optimization, so you can have the people on the map to take care of all the positions. So it comes back to code optimization, proper planning, proper game features. It's
The
not
big
impossible by any stretch of the means. So the groups that say that's not possible. You have to focus on one or the other. Well, pull a team together and figure out how to do it, because I know there's a team that has thought about it and decisions are to be made yet, but it's not, it's not impossible. So I mean, this has been discussed for a couple of years now before COS even, because I gave those answers in the interview with Nick Ozerak in November 2021, I think.
Yeah, that's what you said last time, I
Something
think.
like that.
I think right. I gave those answers. I said that the game that we had discussed at that time with QMA, you know, that this is possible and these kind of things could be done, and he had agreed with us at the time. So we took those things that we had already looked into and trotted down as feasible ideas, and obviously we still have them. It's not impossible. We don't believe it's impossible. So I want that game one day. And I'm not saying Century Steam's going to be that game, because I don't know. We're not there to figure that part out yet. But I'm saying it's possible, and I do want to see that game come to life. So it'll happen one day.
It will.
I'm
The
literally
question is when.
while this conversation is going on, I'm literally stuffing the entirety of the passenger train in Bryson's engine service because it just needs it. I'm gonna put a sticky note that says "Do not pull out until 100%."
Are there passengers in that train?
No, I avoided.
Oh, you
all of them.
unloaded it?
Yeah, though, Krieg, I 100% agree. It is absolutely plausible nowadays. It just, you got to get the right team together to do it.
Well, and you can't get a triple A title to do it because they have people breathing down their neck all the time as to when the game's coming out, and we need to target specific player bases. Like a team like, like Railroaders team, like COS's team,
Railroader, Century, Steam, Highball.
right? All
Yeah.
those teams are motivated by passion, not EA or someone else breathing down their neck. They were passion projects. Someone wanted to see a specific kind of game come to life. Even for to QMA's benefit, that is exactly what he did. He built a game that he wanted to see come to life, and it wasn't driven by anyone else, but what he wanted to see come to life. And those teams have the highest potential, kind of like Coffee Stain Studios with Satisfactory. I mean, look at that game.
My game
But
is beautiful.
it is.
Yeah, I
So
should play more of that game.
now you have COS has an advantage over the other teams, and it's not unfair. It's not like you can't go find these people, but COS has
It's
actual railroaders on their team
hmm
and actual preservationists on their team. I'm sure there's one or two on railroaders team, but
Highball,
and
yeah, we
highballs
have
team, I don't know.
at least one. I know that Baron, one of the actual like playtesters, does proper preservation work out where he lives. And I personally do want to get into preservation once, I'm financially stable,
That's important.
which
I've
doesn't
been
look
there.
like it's gonna be happening anytime soon, sadly.
Financial stability is a big thing.
Fuck the economy.
I was quite poor during my preservation years, but I I did a lot of neat things. But they have the people who've worked on the equipment. They have the
Mm.
people who know how everything operates from the top down.
And yeah, and I mean, if
You
we
know,
really want to get technical, making like actual simulators like this is a form of preservation.
oh, absolutely. I
Mhm.
mean, this is the best thing that you can get next to a time machine. Um,
Yeah,
and if the game is done right, you will feel taken back in time. It won't just be a game to you. Like you know, how do I word this? It's it's an entirely different feeling to hear those sounds. You know how when Nick throttles the Jeeps up and I kind of just like grin
Yeah.
side to side because I've worked on Jeep 9s before and it's been a long time since I've worked on one because it was actually at my first railroad job where I worked with those, and then the one after that was all Outgoes. But
Mm-hmm.
I've worked on them before, but it does take you back in time. I've done photo ops before on preservation railroads, and I've dressed in the garb, and I've done the shots. I've done Steamtown, Allentown, and Auburn. Um, anywhere that they needed me, I would set up and play my part, which isn't really hard for 1940s, 1950s conductor. It's still blue jeans or overalls with a jean overshirt and a white undershirt, a cadet cap or chromer, and a lantern, and you're good to go. It's actually you can get most of it at Walmart, but um, but you can get taken back in time. Like walking into EBT's shops is whoa. Now, if you can capture that kind of feeling in game, where you walk into one of Heiss's cabs in COS.
And you just immediately hit, like, with the feeling you're talking about. I don't know if it would be like nostalgia, if that's the right word, or just something else, but
Well,
I
I
get what you're
mean,
saying.
it wouldn't be nostalgia if you don't remember it.
Hmm.
So, what is it called when you're taken back in time to someplace you've never known?
Um,
But
Immersion, and this
yeah,
is
oh well,
something
yeah,
that I want to chime in here and make a quick comment. It's one of the
sure.
absolute biggest things that I'm excited about for COS, is the immersion, because, like you said, stepping in a cab that Heist has personally seen the recreation of, the step in the environments that the team has worked on, and just the audio, the environment, the feeling that in of itself, you could scrap the entire gameplay. I could sit there in hours and just enjoy that.
It's
Well,
sort of like walking into a museum and seeing these behemoths that, granted, you didn't even get to see run, but you still can understand how they worked and
I've
how much engineering has gone into them.
I've always been of the opinion that the best preservation is active living preservation, living
Hmm.
history. So like, Civil War reenactments are in that category where you have live firing cannons and live firing muskets, people shooting at each other, and I can take my stepson and go, this is what it would have looked like on the field of Gettysburg, obviously on a smaller scale, but you can get the feeling. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever been to Gettysburg
I
when they
have.
do the reenactment, but when they fire off the line of cannon preluding to Pickett's charge, and it is literally 30 minutes of nothing but Confederate cannon fire,
Shit.
is an amazing audio experience. And I'll pivot now to one of Heiss's cabs. If it has a sound, it makes a sound. If it wisps steam leaks, it will in the game.
That's the
So
type of shit I want to see, man.
because that's where it is. That we know it's there. And if it's not there, we'll know it's not there. And that's what bugs us the most is, hey, this should do this, and therefore it will, and it does. Now, there are certain things within the limitation of the game engine. Although every time we think we have a game engine limitation, uh,
There's a
Tristan
way.
and Jake figure it out, and Heist, they dig into Unreal Engine, and all of a sudden we have this feature 2 months ago we didn't think we were ever going to be able to do. And I mean, look at Hyacinth. That there are
Oh my
no
god.
there are no actual recordings of whistles in the game. It automatically synth-
Synthesize.
synthesizes
I
the
pray
audio.
that once Century of Steam fully releases, that some form of Hyacinth will be released to the public as an open source program. If there's anything that comes out of Century of Steam, that is the one thing that I want.
Oh, I made a comment to Creek before about Hyacinth, but I don't know if it's really appropriate to talk about
for
that.
for yeah, I mean, there's obviously we're on stream, so there's only certain things that
Yeah.
I can say. So, but and even outside the stream, you guys are not under the NDA, so there's only certain things I can even say to you guys and you. But um, it's a work of art, and the the new Patreon video shows off that has even gotten improvements over the last month. And you guys know how beautiful it was before. If you listen to it now, it's even better.
The first
Uh,
time I heard that whistle in the whistle showcase video, I had actual chills go down my spine. It was that good.
well, that's kind of the thing is the railroads that most people tend to model. Let's use it that way, are usually in the mountains because running on flat ground can be boring. Now, I'm not saying that the people in the Midwest don't have railroads worth modeling. I think the CNW and the Frisco and all of them, they're badass railroads. What I'm saying is, though, is a lot of people tend to want a little bit more challenge, and people model the Pennsy, the Valley, the Reading, the Union Pacific, the Southern Pacific, the Santa Fe,
The
the
Erie.
the Erie, the Great Northern Pacific. They model the railroads where the terrain is the most interesting, which tends to have hills. Hills reverberate sound. So failing to capture that echo and that reverb in sounds, whether it be exhaust, stack talk, or whistles, if that was missed, it would be a great disservice to what we're doing. So it was actually one of the first things that Heist made sure was in there was that reverb, and it's I love it. I mean, I being here in the valley and listening to the engines echo off the mountains, even the Alco diesels that I used to work with every day, you could be sitting several miles from them as they're coming up the hill, and you will hear them coming up the mountain, just roaring, everything
Mm-hmm.
echoing, and it is just a thunderous sound.
It's
And
otherworldly.
it,
Otherworldly.
yeah, I mean, it's amazing. And that is all the sim part. And I know we've been getting questions on our videos about where's the gameplay, and
It's
my,
it's coming.
I mean,
Like
honestly, the running the train is part of the gameplay. But we have to build from the base up. The gameplay requires the trains. So the trains have to be done before the gameplay gets
Mhm.
added in. So, you know, as the features come to make the trains complete, the gameplay starts to get added in, and you guys will all see that in the coming months, I assure you, because I know it's coming. But
Well, I'll have to say this: with as much effort that has gone in with everything else so far on that project, um, I cannot wait for all the quality of life, all the gameplay mechanics to come in for that, because I know it's going to be on par, if not better, than what has already been showcased. Guaranteed.
I trust that Century of Steam will unironically bury the competition.
I mean, and that's not our goal though. And then
It may
I,
not be the goal, but it's what I believe is going to happen.
I mean, our full intention is to peacefully coexist with others in our genre.
Hmm.
What they plan to do in response is their own choice, but you know, there's COS is going to be it its own game. Now, a lot of people call us RO 2.0 or RO copy, and I don't. I understand that to the degree that basically team number one is now COS team, and where you could draw that for funsies, I suppose, but there's not a single line of code, not even a letter, aside from we're using the same game engine. Actually, he might not even be using the same Unreal game version as we are. I don't know that,
Chances are
but
probably not.
I
but
don't. Yeah.
but point being is, outside of that, there's no shared code, and there never will be. everything that is in COS has been custom written by our team for the explicit purpose of building the game the way we want to build it. And they do a rather amazing job. So we plan to coexist, and RO has its niche. It's sandboxy, it's not super intense. They have their own corner of the game world in this niche that they can play in. And if they want to exist in that corner, we're not gonna squash them.
Let 'em.
Let them. It doesn't bother us. And the same with Railroader and Highball and all the other titles. It's like we're not EA, we're not Xbox. I really don't give a shit to squash the competition. It doesn't matter.
That I mean,
It really does not matter.
Not to sound completely offensive, but that's not saying much for the the group that will ultimately do that anyway, intentionally or not. You guys, from what you guys have already shown, content-wise, it's blowing everybody out. There's such a higher bar now set because of you guys.
I mean,
and that's a good thing.
That is fair though, but so competition generates development, which is a thing that happens everywhere in the world. The reason that things get better is because someone wants to do something else. So guy A makes product A. Guy B makes better product A, making the first guy do better on what he did to better the other guy. So competition does drive development. So if you want to see it that way, sure. And yeah, we raised the bar high. I mean, we took it from where it was a year ago to way new heights. And sure, these other titles may have to come up and meet it, but I mean, COS is its own brand with the level of detail and accuracy and what we do. And what we do is no easy task, and by no means would we expect every game to come up to meet what COS is.
What I find particularly amusing is that you guys are gonna even put the AAA titles to shame.
Well, I mean, and no offense to AAA titles, but they don't make that hard because they're the ones who do themselves in. I mean, and I don't mean to talk bad about anyone, but and it's not even the dev studios themselves. I mean, the big companies
it's the publishers usually
tend to have this. We need it done on X budget by Y date, or else. And then the game devs go, I want more time and I need more money, and they go, no, release it and have the public buy it, and then the money that you get from that you can use to then fix it, which is not great strategy, but that's how it is now. And as indies, we don't necessarily agree with that, but it is what it is.
I'm gonna point out just a comment in my chat saying, imagine thinking only RO or CS can exist. That's so childish. I'm just gonna put it out there like Creek says. Whoever enjoys whatever title, let them be.
Yeah.
We all have had our experience with certain titles, more so than a lot of other people. Me in particular, as well as Krieg. And
I just failed at a Dutch drop. Shit.
It's just it is what it is. It's got to be let go and just moved on from at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
I've been saying that for a while. We're at the point where we can just forgive and forget, basically.
Yeah, and we're not beyond
those parts, but
well, forgiving doesn't mean I mean, yeah, it all depends on your position, I suppose, and in all of that.
Yeah.
Is no one gonna say hi to the Mad Dragon? Absolutely not. Why would we say hi to a crazy comedian?
He joined in the middle of a
joined in the middle of this conversation.
But yeah, hi.
Sorry, guys. But yeah, you were sounding good, so go on.
Well, I mean, I even forget the chat question that spawned this conversation, but You know, I think it's a
I
conversation.
don't even think there really was one. I think we just kind of fell into the conversation.
No, there had to be some conversation about it. I don't remember what it was.
I'm
There
looking back.
was a chat comment, but I don't remember what it was.
Because it went on and on.
But I think it's a conversation that needed to be had, and in the most professional terms, it's like, I know we were talking about Rara Tycoon and players and
You're
see
just-
that's what spawned it was Rare Tycoon.
that's true.
Yeah, we were talking about, if I remember correctly, we were talking about how Railroader doesn't really have a fail terminology.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
You can't fail in Railroader. Yes.
You technically
Yes.
can't.
You also know that Real Tycoon is totally different than this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is beautiful, man. I got to put my 2 cents in there too. You know, I mean, I like trains, man.
Well, I mean, Rara Tycoon 3 was beautiful for 2003 standards.
Oh yeah, for that. Oh yeah, I won't
That's saying
say
a lot,
no to
yeah.
that. But
Yeah.
when it comes to
Can you
know,
believe that game is 20 years old?
Could you
Nope.
not make me feel old?
I don't even hear it from you either, because I'm even older than you by 7 years.
yeah, well, I got you all beat, man. I'll be 63 here next month.
Yeah, the dragon's got 40
Yeah.
years on us.
Talk about ancient. And if
Uh,
anybody's older than me, we're
He
still
saw
like,
the birth of Rarer Tycoons.
yeah, and I've seen the birth of just Tycoon.
I'm backing down to Dillsborough for water and coal, and then I'm
Roger
gonna
that.
start shifting Silva because I took care of Wilmot now. So and there's stuff to switch out now. So
Heck,
I'm
I remember
handling,
when Tycoon
listen.
was it
Okay.
Roller Coaster first came out.
Roller Coaster Tycoon was
The first one that came out, man.
99.
Krieg was actually just playing that earlier today.
I was, yes.
Yeah,
I
well, I got the new version of that one.
I have the original series and number 2. I have 3. 3 doesn't quite do it for me like the first 2 did.
Oh, three was incredible if you knew what you were doing in that game. I've got all of them, trust me. And if there was a game, I put more, probably about 100,000 hours or something, some stupid amount of hours. It was those 3 games.
I mean, I put
Especially the third one.
Unfortunately, there was no Steam library back then, so the amount of hours I had clocked into Roller Coaster Tycoon were never logged. And what I had in Railroad Tycoon 2 and 3, God only knows as a kid, because I come home from school and
You
go
know,
down to the computer and just log on and go.
well, the funny thing about if you had the actual discs and all that, which I had.
I did.
Um,
Yep, I still have
okay.
them somewhere.
So long as you had those, you knew exactly how much time you put in there because it told you.
Oh, well.
And one thing I really liked was, although when I went from the first one, and it had beautiful music at the first one, but the second one gave you that little more like almost a 3D, but not quite. But it gave you more textures, more things to play with. You were able to ride those damn roller coasters, but not like 3.
Yeah, 3 was 3 does. I do like 3's added features.
Oh man, did you know? Did you know they had a way to cinematically take videos of that?
I think so. I actually bought. I originally got into Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 because I entered a contest for Hershey Park to design a roller coaster. Now I didn't win. Fahrenheit was not my creation, and whoever designed Fahrenheit
It was good.
was really good.
Yeah,
But you know, I did enter design into that contest in what was that, 2006 or 7? I forget.
yeah,
Maybe
it was in the
2005.
early 2000s for sure.
Yeah, I bought the game to enter that contest, and then I just played the game. Now my computer could barely handle the game at the time because of the way that the 3D worked, but you know, I made a design and submitted it, so it was fun. And I've actually ridden Fahrenheit, and I love that roller coaster.
I bet.
I
Yeah,
you know
the one thing I like to see I was a fair nut all my life. I actually worked for Carnival for like 20 some odd years. But finding a
Damn.
game, yeah. And then it was like that and my courier job here in the city ran over like each other. So, but at the same time, I was a hell of a gamer. So I was always busy. Didn't have to have kids. Keep busy, I'll tell you that. But yeah, but the trains now, like these type of games that are coming out now if we can just get them to allow us to put, buildings off to the sides and stuff like that, got little critters running around. Sorry, I'm just playing with you guys.
That is something that I do want to see in future games of this genre. Is there needs to be more life in the world. The
Seriously.
trains are the
Well,
trains
yeah,
are not.
Once you
The
get
trains might be the core, but I find the best games are the ones with lots of life.
Yes. Oh yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love this game. Just the looks of this game, makes me like my heart race around saying, "Let me jump in there. I gotta get down there."
Well,
ask them guys.
dude,
I'm always hanging up on the front when I'm on here.
Don't show Dragon anything of COS because he's gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah, we did show off in some videos that there are buildings in life and
Oh, you're
other.
talking about the speed ones that you were talking about earlier? That the fast trains?
No. I'm talking
no.
about animals and critters and buildings for towns and.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, no, it would look very good.
The one scene I remember the most that really tells me this game is gonna have life is the image of the train rolling past a town with the stamp mill in the back.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, that scene really, like, when we first got the trailer for Century of Steam, that scene spoke to me on how dedicated you guys are to this.
The other thing that caught me on this game that was nice, and not too many people would notice this, but did you notice the difference in the trees?
Oh
What,
yeah,
if you look at the grounds and the trees and how many different trees you have, and if I'm not exactly sure how far because I haven't been down all the line yet, but how the trees are, that to me makes a big difference in a game.
It's still only the same couple of models here, but having just the variety of the same type of tree really helps.
Oh, what? You mean you guys don't want all the same carbon copy of the same exact tree, like 300,000 times?
Har.
Yeah, but the thing is also there's grasses like that. It's like it's real. It's
There's grass. There's flowers. There's
yeah, I know. I saw that. That's what I'm trying to
like
say. Like
birds.
now. Like I said, now if we can populate it, even set some squirrels and rabbits ripping, man. That'd be really funny for the kids. No, it's even just as it is right now. This is not bad for the type it is. I like it because, well, you can hook up. What the heck do I do all the time in this game? Heck, you can actually go up and turn the knobs and stuff. But I like what you're seeing right now, where he's just flying by, and I actually get out there and physically do it with the character.
Yeah, that's
Oh look,
fun.
there's a tank car I ran into the other day at Dillsboro getting repaired.
Yeah, we need to hire some more shop crew, man.
Yeah. Nick, I see you got 3 diesel. Those are diesels?
Those are
GP9s.
GP9s, yes.
And you got 3 of them.
Yes.
A quick
This
question
is transition era.
Oh, you're picking up right now? Or are you relocating?
I'm picking some cars up, and I'm about to go spot them in their proper industries.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, now just out of curiosity, since we got you here in the trains, how long does the fuel last in these when you're pulling certain things?
The diesels, they're the most efficient thing that's in the game right now. Honestly, they're a little bit broken in my opinion. For fuel
Well, it does
efficiency.
kind of model how the diesel locomotives were just, more. Wait, no, I can't English. It does sort of show how diesels overtook steam just because they were better at the same job.
Well, here's the thing. An EMD 567 probably burns probably 4 to 5, maybe 6 gallons, depending, an hour just idling. An Alco, and this I know
Oh.
because we did it, an Alco 251 V16 will burn about 4 gallons an hour idling. So the game, first off, doesn't burn anything in idle when the engine's sitting there. So already you're saving fuel by the hour just because the game refuses to burn it. But
True.
so the fact that you can go from one end of the railroad to the other on like 30 gallons is BS.
I know.
And so it is broken, I think. I don't think the fuel
Yeah.
consumption's quite right. But that's because I think the way it was explained to me is Railroader's system currently burns fuel based on speed and throttle position,
I think
which
it's really just
is
throttle position.
inaccurate.
which works for a steam engine. No, I think speed has something to do with it, but throttle position has, because obviously if you're moving faster in a steam locomotive, you're using more water because you're using more steam. But if the throttle's shut, you're not using as much steam, which should also be adjusted when using the reverser, but the reverser doesn't do crap like any other game, which that won't be true in COS, just so you know.
Oh, didn't
Thankfully.
they fix it sort of in Derail Valley?
I don't play that game. I don't know. Can't comment.
Yeah, they did actually. Derail Valley,
I was
for
gonna
what
say
it is,
one of their last
Sorry.
updates was to rehaul the Steam Sim.
simulator.
Oh, cool.
Derail Valley is, if I'm going to be honest, Derail Valley might actually be the most accurate train simulator on the market right now. In terms of how you actually operate the locomotives,
Oh yeah. Okay.
Like-
Actually sit in the seat.
it's all there. Just, a little bit more simplified than what Century of Steam and later games are going to do.
But
Ooh, look at that.
the diesel should be based on throttle position and load on the engine.
Yeah, 'cause
That's
the-
modeled in DV.
And I don't think Notch 1 actually does as much as it should, because Notch 1, the engine barely freaking moves, but Notch 1 does have more excitation than that. It's not a lot. It can't do a whole lot in Notch 1, but it should accelerate a little faster light engine than it does. Notch 2 and the rest of the notches tend to do what I would expect them to do. But,
Yeah, but here's my question: ain't the most sufficient, other than maybe natural gas, but then you'd have to carry a lot of that. But diesel's supposed to be, as far as I'm concerned, is probably one of the best fuels out there to run such heavy things. I mean, as a truck driver, we ran diesel.
well, yeah, I mean, diesel in general is a very efficient
workhorse.
transmission of power. Yes, I mean,
It's a workhorse, man.
the only thing better than that is just an electric locomotive, and I don't mean battery powered. I mean overhead container-y.
Pantograph.
10,000
Oh yeah,
rounds.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, cabled. Yeah.
Yeah, what the Pennsy, the Milwaukee Road, what all those railroads had,
Pure efficiency.
yeah,
Yeah,
They
okay, yeah,
were.
an electric would be if it's got over above, but if you can't do that, diesel is the only way to go.
I mean, but it could always be done. I mean, the Pennsy and the Milwaukee's electric lines were extensive, and there was no reason they couldn't do more other than they just didn't want to invest in it.
Or
And they had their own power plants. I mean,
That is sort
It's-
of the key right now, though. I don't think any of the 6 major railroads own power plants in the U.S.
well, you divest the infrastructure. So, I mean, right now, the idea of a successful railroad is apparently to strip it to nothing, and the shareholders get all the money, and the railroad falls into disarray.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and I have no qualms saying that. I've worked for short lines. I've worked for railroads before. I've never worked for a class 1 and don't plan to, because this is how they treat their company. It's all about the guys. I mean, it used to be Harrisburg, but I think the office is in Atlanta. It's all about them down there. They don't give a shit about the little guy. They claim they do, but then they went in front of the NTSB and tried to tell the NTSB that I think it was the CSX guy that said staff doesn't contribute to profits.
Labor doesn't contribute to
Which
That's it.
That's it.
say
yeah.
that And who's the one running the trains again?
The
Yeah, it's the
crew.
people. It's the crew.
The crew, and then the crew rely on maintenance of way to make sure the track stays under their feet, and they rely on and all of them rely on shop forces to keep the equipment going, and the freight that makes
Mhm.
Atlanta any money is moved by all of the staff. So to put it in perspective to what they think about their employees, they obviously don't think they make them any money. So my perspective was, well, then what are you worried about a strike for? Let them go on strike, because apparently, according to your thoughts, the company will continue to make money without them. They don't make profits, right?
Good luck
So,
with that.
so now the NTSB saw through the pile of steaming bullshit and proceeded to ream them all the bigwigs got. And I'm talking NS, CSX, UP, BNSF. They were all there to get their butts creamed.
Good.
And I mean, this was like, I think 2 years ago almost now, but
Yeah.
it was necessary. But I don't think it did anything because nothing improved. I mean, sure, NS signed a new contract, and so did CP and all of them, the Brotherhood of Locomotive Engineers, and I won't comment on that because that starts to get into politics. And that will get quite ripe, I assure you, because I heard a lot of things through the grapevine. So we'll leave it at that.
Who's operating Steam in Bryson?
Me?
Well, Nasu
Okay.
just joined and Theo just joined. So
Nasu,
Nasu's going to show up to find his train disassembled and put in the shop.
Yeah, your train's in timeout until it's fully repaired.
Just out of curiosity, is there a train hook that I would have used?
Oh, we still have all our engines. I don't know if I know Crusher was
Right.
running Connolly.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Connolly is all switched out now.
Cool.
Like, empties are up, loads are down. It's gonna take a little bit for everything to get cycled again. You know.
Also, Nasu, thank you for the 15 months. I didn't want to interrupt everybody for what they were talking about.
I'm back up here at Silva, so all the track all the way up to Silva Station's currently clear till I have to drop down to do Silva and Dillsboro itself.
Should that?
I don't have anything going down to Wilmot. And there are cars for the other jobs they come pick up at the interchange still, so
Yeah,
if someone's out of work, someone can run something up here and come get those cars.
I'm currently
Okay, you
switching
need a car,
Appalachian
you
and
need a car.
Standard.
You know what would be fun?
Oh,
Just
you're doing Appalachian already?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nah,
well,
see-
never mind.
Nasu,
I'll
there's
go
cars at
back.
Silva Interchange to be picked up to go to Whittier and Bryson for further distribution.
Have they been sorted yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
So that would need to be done too.
Yeah.
I might go pick up that car out of there first.
You know
You
what? I got these cars to switch out. I'm gonna do them. Farm Supply for Ella, Stenzel, and Hollefeld.
Nasu's gonna run 7 for transfer.
Seven's gonna be the fast freight.
I mean, there's not a lot of tonnage here, so that makes the most sense, to be perfectly honest.
Mhm.
Wait, just out of curiosity, I don't know how far the track goes right now, or how far you guys have opened it, but with those with those 3 engines you got on there, Nick, how far would it take you to go from one end of the track that we have open to the other?
From Nantahala to Silva.
I'm just
guessing.
curious. Yeah, that's a whole lot of power in 3
Well,
engines.
I mean, Nasu
I
would
think-
be the one to ask that question because Nasu's the one that regularly goes across map like that.
All right, Nash. Oh, his mic's not on.
Well, he'll type in the in-game chat.
yeah.
I'm sure.
So Nasu, do you know how long it takes?
An hour to an hour and 30 minutes. real time.
Yeah, that's the rough guesstimate that I've been told.
Okay, that's not bad. Just hope you get a whole lot of stops on the way there.
Well, I think that is with the stops.
Yeah, I know. Oh, with the stops, though, I would make if you just to go from one end to the other without the stops.
Well, depending on who's driving, probably
Okay,
about the
here's-
same amount
Yeah,
of time, to be honest.
Probably an hour or 45, hour to 45 minutes.
Yeah,
honestly.
going from Silva to Nantahala, I would guess between 45 to an hour.
Question. Okay, here's a better question. How big's the map? And if you were
About
to drive
40
from
miles.
one into the other, just
2
straight,
hours.
it's like,
It's like
is it-
it's like 60 miles.
okay, so that's not bad.
98
That's not bad at all.
minus 48. That's like 50 miles.
2 hours though, to answer your question, from Silva to Andrews.
Wow.
That's all the miles.
Bring your popcorn, folks. You're gonna need it. Yeah, I know. I know some of the runs that we do, they take a bit of time, but that's actually that makes it more realistic, if you ask me.
Mhm.
I like that. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I like.
on real railroads, it wasn't always, you had industries along the route, yes, but there were dead spots.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Come to Canada. I'll show you dead spots. There's a few of those up here. But no, my favorite part about that is I like to ask these guys. I like to jump out, be in the front down there where the hitches and just watch the track go by. Call out the markers as we're going.
All right. Standard
Traveling
oil
by
has
train.
been rotated. Spotted.
So what's this place, Nick? This spot here, is this like
Standard oil.
Nope.
It's just one of the industries.
no?
It's
This takes
one
in
of
the oil.
Yeah, they're oil tankers. They're holding gallon 8.
Yeah, I know, but we're dropping them off to feed them, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
They're-
so
they're
and then
just
you
one of
take
the-
these
one
back
of
when
the-
they're empty to go to. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, they're
So
one of
fine.
the clients,
Okay, Roger that.
customers rather.
Yeah, so in other words, not the refinery that makes it. The place that takes
Technically,
it.
the refinery that makes it is not even on the railroad.
Ah. Oh yeah, it's because it pipes it in.
It comes in through the interchange via the tanker cars, and then it gets dropped off, and the empties go back out the interchange.
Well, it's like all of our freight though.
Oh, it's all because of the interchange.
Yeah.
Okay, got you there.
Which, I'm gonna be honest, I love the interchange traffic in this game.
But
It's fun. I find it very fun.
What, you mean that monopoly of having to bump tracks to find where you're going to send things because they're all going to different ways and they're set. Yeah.
Like,
well, I think
the
that's where
entire
me
interchange
and
setup is what I mean.
where me and Creek have the most fun in this game is getting the interchange where it's, I don't know, 72 cars that you have to sort out,
Exactly.
block, and then
Yeah, that is
transfer
so
across
much
map.
fun.
Tetris on a huge level.
I think really what I would do is I would just sprinkle in a little bit of inter-route traffic just to spice it up a little bit, but it's so good, or this game is very good as it is.
Well, it makes it even more fun for me and Creek because we do it on hostile.
Yeah. I might actually switch to hostile on my current save, because I currently run mostly blocked,
Oh, wait a minute.
mainly at the
now-
behest of other people who think that hostile is a nightmare.
Okay, just
Hostile's not that much.
just out of curiosity, for those of you who don't know, what's the difference between the hostile and the other?
So by default, on normal settings, your freight comes in grouped to the different areas that they go to, or by color, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's levels of
It affects
mixture,
how-
I guess would be the
Yeah.
word.
Whereas hostiles like it comes in as it comes
Completely
in.
random.
There's no rhyme or reason.
They just stuff there.
Yeah, so
Oh,
hostile
okay,
is
so-
like
and-
everything is mixed together, and you have to
Okay,
sort it out.
so what happens is then when the carts go to switch, they become not in groups, but they become absolutely a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah. It goes
Gotcha.
from neat order lines into spaghetti.
No, you mean a fur ball.
Yeah.
Spaghetti can be neat. Yeah,
Spaghetti.
just a fur ball works.
Furball
When the
spaghetti.
moon hits your
different
eye
time, yeah.
like a big pizza pie.
Bye. It's
Stop.
amore. Oh, it was my age.
Your age came in and out with a puff of smoke.
Haha, and it's still doing it. Hey, as a matter of fact, I think they might even have had Puff's Magic Dragon back then.
Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea.
And we all know what he was doing.
God.
Oh shit.
Hey, you gotta love George Carlin when it comes to making jokes about other things. And it wore off on me, man. Love that guy. He was doing nursery rhymes that really screwed people up, too.
Wait, that was George Carlin that made that?
Yeah, it was nursery rhymes, occupation fool. What were the other ones? The guy did so many back then. These are
Classroom
albums, folks, so-
clowns.
Oh, Classroom Clown. Oh, God, that was so funny.
I grew up with Tanashu's comment there. I grew up with Shining Time Station,
Oh,
so
Oh,
it
God.
was it. I all I knew was George Carlin, and I
Yes.
didn't know it was George Carlin because I was 5. And when I found out who George Carlin was, and I heard that voice, and went, "Wow, that's a hell of a different perspective."
Oh, hell yeah.
It definitely hits a lot different when you find out when he actually starts cussing.
Well-
It's like, oh, okay.
I actually got to see that guy. I actually got to go to one of his concerts, man, and I tell you, oh man, did I laugh so hard? And I fell on my seat, man. The guy was like, I have very few idols or whatever you call it. He just happens to be one of them, or had God rest his soul. But yeah, the guy, his comedy wasn't your average comedy. He actually told you the truth of the everyday life, but he joked about it.
He did quite an interesting job, to say the least.
Oh God, man, yeah, no, I mean, if there was something there that he could make a joke out of, he'd do it. That guy had cojones the size of, well, I guess a couple of planets,
Yeah.
Hell yeah. There's a few comedians I like that were pretty good for the times. A couple of them went south on us, I mean, it happens.
I still wish my one art professor did George Carlin's portrait. I know I've told this multiple times, but I wish I would have been able to see any sort of picture of it, because I don't think it was released publicly to be viewed. It was a personal, like, family portrait. So someone like one of his ex-wives or somebody else like that has it, that are still alive in the family.
Cool. Yeah. No, I don't.
Oh my God.
What'd you do? Off the rails?
Just look at this.
Oh no.
What?
Oh, I'm gonna have a look. Here we go,
This
folks.
is
I'm
why
looking.
this is why I don't like the hitboxes in this game.
Oh, turntable?
No, look.
He's clear of the switch, but it's saying it's not clear of the switch.
This is
Oh.
beyond clear of the switch. I am a good I am a tie's length behind the damn switch.
No. You may say it, but believe it or not, you're probably about one stick away, too far. One stick. See that? Yeah, not that one. The one behind it.
What is 7 doing here?
7's doing transfer.
Yeah, I know, but he's like crawling up by me, and I said he's okay, bye. So
Oh. I'm turning the Jeeps around. I'm gonna start doing a pickup, I guess.
Yeah, so he typed it out.
Yeah, it's literally 2 messages above you.
This place is looking so much better now, eh? I remember when you guys were first starting this off, and okay, how many engines do we have now in the set?
In the roster?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Damn. You doubled what was, yeah, nice.
These
Uh,
GP units are like 31 grand a piece.
Yeah, I bet. I like the blue one. Or maybe
Yeah,
it's just the color, but
so
it's
we
nice.
haven't set any of the colors. They kind of just came like that when they spawned, and they just
Yeah.
stuck.
Yeah, no problem with that, eh?
So
looks good.
I think officially we gotta. I'm
We
obligated
really are
to
a
make
short
the
line.
Derp Railroad colors be slate gray and blue,
Just remember
Conrail
coming
blue.
in.
Yeah, we really are a
Washed
short
up
line. We'll be-
Conrail blue.
Yeah.
It's not even fresh new Conrail blue. It's chalky, washed up, water-based paint blue.
For those who don't know, it's dirt blue.
Derp blue.
Dirt blue. Yep. Easiest way to see it.
Hmm.
I still need to come up with like some sort of railway emblem for Derp Railroad, and I've never done it. I know Krieg's got to do the same thing for the W and LV.
Yeah.
Dirt blue. Make that look.
Yes, I do,
Yeah,
Nasu.
Hey.
A Trojan or Samson?
But what about the middle man? One they didn't see.
I'm talking the two friendship shaped melees for the Casper South Fork and Eastern.
Malleys.
Man,
Give
I
me
can't wait
mallet.
for some allies in this game. Just
I
having
wa- I
one or
want,
two
I
of
want
them
my W and
log
LV
up
melee.
have one or two of them slog up red marble with a good 2,000 tons behind it.
Give me triplex.
I'll take the Quattro.
Triplex 10 miles an hour to go 3 miles. All right. Well, we'll be up the grade in
30 minutes.
About that.
Give me the Quattro and I'll do it in 20.
The Quadra. Oh, he goes for the Santa Fe for the Baltimore proposed Santa Fe truck.
You got it. You got
complex. That thing was ridiculous.
it. Wasn't it? Oh man. Oh god.
Oh,
I would probably go for one of the like 4-truck shays with the extra long water tender.
Nix, did you show them the curse stuff I was showing you?
Oh no, I don't.
Oh,
I don't
God,
even
no.
remember what it was.
I know I PM'd it to you.
Hey, you guys message me shit all the time.
Me, not all the time.
Pyro says, "Speed no matter. Train move forward."
Oh,
equals
you know,
good."
I just thought of something. You were talking earlier about animals and stuff, hauling animals to market and stuff like that. You know, like getting
Stock car freight.
Yeah, stock car
That
stuff like that.
really wasn't done. Or, I don't think it was super common in this area.
I have never, if it has been, I've never seen it.
not in this
Yeah.
area. Not in this. Well, I don't know that cattle was a big thing in the South, but it would have been more of a thing in the Midwest.
I mean,
Yeah,
mean,
cattle would be like the West, Midwest, maybe even a little bit of the Southwest.
yeah, but then you would have freezers or something like that for people who would
Mhm.
want it up here because you freeze that stuff up, freezer cars.
Well, I do know that ice trains were
Leafers.
definitely a thing on the Pocono.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, that too. Yeah.
Ice
Tons of
was
them.
a commodity.
Back then we had lots of it.
Yeah,
Oh, you think about it, man. When I was a kid, our snowbanks were like anywhere between 6 to 10 feet high, depending on the time of the month we got the snow.
Jeez, that hopper cart did not take long to load. Holy crap!
I mean, for your refrigeration, how else are you gonna keep your thing or keep your giant ice
Yeah,
boxes cold?
that's just when you keep
Yeah.
the beer out in the snow.
Oh yeah, yeah. You gotta keep your beer or your wine, depending on what you'd like. You know.
Vodka.
Yeah, that too.
So I was backing down from Copper Mine 2, and all of a sudden you hear come right behind, come from beside me. I look over, one of the hopper cars is missing, and it's fully loaded already. It's like, jeez.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
working
these
my way up
goddamn
to
mines are so efficient here.
I'm working my way up to Robinson Gap now, actually.
God
You got a
damn,
nice view
okay.
from here. It's like a drone view, you know, following the train.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's not
I
model
like-
railroad.
Oh, those are cool now. But when did those start coming in?
What? Sorry.
Those lights. I remember seeing them a little while back, but I don't remember when they were actually brought gotten.
Hey, Nasty, you have any hopper cars for Alarka?
That's a
Okay, I
solid
thought
yes.
so. I think I'll grab these hopper cars when I come back and
No, they're cool looking.
put those in position. Then
Look at that, folks. Look at that rapids underneath that bridge, man. That's cool.
again, I could just grab this one now.
I almost
You
feel
know
like
what?
trying to-
There's a Nantahala car floating around.
Yeah, it's in Alarka right now. I gotta send that back to Alarka Junction.
Oh, did it end up in Alarka? Shit.
Yeah.
That was supposed to
Yeah.
stay in the junction.
The Nantahala cars, anything that goes out the far end of the line always gets lost and screwed up, just like in real railroading.
Where'd that one go, Charlie? I don't know, boss.
Yeah. just drop the Dillsboro car off in Dillsboro.
Or leave it with the Silva cut.
I'm actually shifting that cutout now.
It's almost like one of those times where you'll need somebody like me to come in there with a train and go find all the lost cars.
Well, I mean, we don't usually have a problem.
No, but it would be funny. It'd be fun too at the same time.
It's just that one car is sitting at Alarka Junction, which is milepost 69, sorry, that's where it should be. And it has to go to Nantahala, which is milepost 86.
hmm
Yeah, it's
So
a bit
it's
of a
got a
hole.
long while.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a hole. Yeah, way down there, eh?
I hate that I can't like properly stick my head out the diesel window. Really.
Yeah, without it
I see
clipping.
what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you want to look outside. Oh yeah, this one's sideways. Eh? Yeah, you can. Almost. Oh, let's figure. Oh, that's yeah. Oh, you can turn. Ah, there you go. Well, that's cool, eh? You just feel the hair. Well, not the hair. Like if you use one of those caps or something like that.
So 5-7. The rest of the transfers at Dillsboro.
And that, you guys got a whole lot of rail open up now, eh?
8's at Whittier. I did Bryson, and then 20 is at Alarka.
Yeah, and ask you when you drop off the stuff for Alarka, just leave it at Alarka Junction. I'll come and grab it.
Yeah, that's new stuff down there, eh? That's what all the oil tankers and stuff.
Yeah, this is what we were talking about earlier. The max fuel capacity for the diesel is 1,100 gallons. I've been driving these for
Jesus.
about 2 hours. I'm at 1,091. I've used
And
9 gallons.
the
Yeah,
best
just-
part about it is the capacity on the Jeep 9 is actually about 1,600 gallons.
Hey, just step on this stuff. Once it gets going, diesel. The nice thing about diesel is if you actually driven the diesel trucks, once you get your speeds up and you just keep the speeds, and depending on if you're going hill or not, you can go forever on that fuel. I love that when you're looking out the window like this, you can actually see the trains, how they pivot. Like if you were actually on a train, you would know that the rails, they do have movement in them as you're going across them, and you will hear the clicks as you go across them. But the other cool part is you can, if you're watching along the edge of the, you can actually see each of the uh, engines in this case, but or your cars doing their own movements as they go through. That is that's so cool.
Yeah, until they're doing more movements than they should be.
Yeah,
Then you know you're gonna have to jump off and hope the damn thing stays on the rail.
Those clicks are caused by rail joints.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
don't look at the Berkshire in this game because that thing will scare you.
Bendy.
Because the Berk leans so far in this game that it looks like it's about to topple over.
Oh yeah. I remember.
It's not just that; it actually is stretching the the model's wheels and valve gear.
You sure it's not springs? It's got.
I
weak
am sure. I
springs.
have seen it do it.
Yeah, I think I wasn't sure if it was with Nick here or if I saw somebody else was doing it, but I do remember seeing the train do the wobble. That was wild.
Yeah, I
it definitely does
basic.
the wobble.
You know, actually, I'm gonna turn on the sway to like a 0.2, so it's there, but it's not like heavy.
I don't know, where is that feature?
It's under
Graphics.
preferences features. Because I do want a little sway. I just, you know,
Oh,
Yeah,
I
mine,
don't want the Berk.
mine's at 1.0.
Yeah,
It's
1.0 is default, and I think it's a little too high for this game.
Yeah, but it's good to exaggerate it just a little bit, just to.
Not to a point where it looks like the locomotive is from a
Oh no,
cartoon
yeah,
from
yeah,
the
yeah. You
1920s.
don't want it to look like it's gonna go.
It's
But
like
you
a
do get that. You
0.25
do get
-ish.
some sway within it, though. And the fact that you can actually adjust it—that's even more cooler. I was just thinking of back at the old days when you had those old cartoons and that. You could really have fun with this, pulling some stunts with it, eh?
Mhm.
Bring on the shenanigans, folks! I know some pretty wild stuff you can do.
Ooh, I got an NYO and W car. Ooh.
Ooh.
NYOW?
NYO
York,
and
Ontario, and
Ontario
Western.
New York, Ontario, and Western, or
Yeah.
Yeah, New York, Ontario, and Western. Yeah, the NYO and W.
Ooh.
Was that the
They
one?
were- They were from Scranton North. They closed in '55, I believe.
Yeah, but the Ontario part of that was Canada, or is that some part of the United States up there in the north?
That's
Well,
probably
I mean-
Canada.
They probably didn't actually go into Canada.
Hey, next, just as a heads up,
Yes.
once I get these Ella car switched out, I'm gonna be hopping off.
Yeah,
Should I just run number 8 down to East Whittier as AI, or should I just leave her there?
run it down to as AI. Somebody can.
Okay. I guess nobody come through Whittier for the next 15 minutes. That doesn't sound like that big of an ask. Okay, there
I
we
mean, Silva to, I mean, sorry, not Silva, but Ela to Whittier is like 5 minutes.
go. Mm-hmm. I'm more talking about the switching and stuff.
Ah,
Because I gotta switch out cars.
All right, I'm working my way up Robinson Gap. Which is a 15-mile-per-hour zone, and it makes me sad.
Yeah, no speeding here, brother.
It's not even really possible to begin with.
Yeah, especially the steep that is, right?
It's just the curvature of the rails going up.
Uh-huh. That too. Looks cool though. And I love that look of those engines stacks there. Just the way it's blowing the exhaust out like that, especially when you're going up that hill. It looks like it's working harder.
I wish the exhaust was like a little bit more darker.
Unless the
Yeah.
diesel's really tired, it usually isn't though.
Yeah, I know. If it's burning good, you'll see some bluish black, sort of. But no, it can actually burn pretty clean in some cases. You'll just see the what do you call it? The distortion of the air in front.
Yeah.
Love
Almost
trains.
on a 3% grade.
Yeah, I feel like even if it's technically not realistic, it would be cool. I guess it would be a little cool if the harder the locomotive was working, the darker the smoke would be.
Well, you know, they did have something they could do to. Not all the trains had it, but there were some that allowed you to put was it water or something like that in the exhaust, and it would puff white out.
Oh,
It
I know
was
what you're
just,
talking about.
yeah, it was just for show. That's all it was. But all they did was they would add a little water every now and then into the exhaust as it was coming out, and you get a big blast of white cloud.
Yeah, because currently in Railroader, the particles are basically just like a light gray blue. Or
Oh,
just
this
a
still
light
looks
gray.
good, man. I mean, you
Yeah.
can tell that it gives you that haze of the heat going off. That's what cool. That's how you know it's working.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you had a decently tuned engine in those things, you wouldn't even notice this unless you were looking for that haze in there. You wouldn't notice if there was any smoke coming out of it. That's why they were used so much.
Oh, what the hell am I doing?
I don't know.
I don't
We
know
got a
what
lot
are
of
you doing?
hoppers.
Yeah,
Holy
these
crap,
are
Nick!
these are all empty hoppers. Or I'm trying to. We gotta wait for them to be filled still.
That's a lot. Oh, there's some
Yeah, there's about
more. 40 of them.
just under 40. Yeah, it's somewhere between like
Yeah, I was gonna
30
say that's a nice
to-
load.
You're at Robinson Gap.
Yeah. What did I just count? 20.
Well, last time I remembered, I think we only had maybe a dozen of the damn things. Not even. I think we had half a dozen.
Yeah.
I've been so busy
Let me take a look at.
trying to get my place together now. Now that I'm actually staying in this place.
Oh, good. We need a log run.
Already?
Not doing it.
What? Long
All right.
run's not that hard. Just got to keep back off the thing when you're coming down the hills.
Whittier Sawmill. Pond is full. I don't know if we've done our cars for today.
How many cars are over there with?
I've already switched out the cars over at Whittier Sawmill. So, the fact that the pond is full makes sense.
Yeah, what is everybody working?
Mm.
7's doing
Right now-
transfer, 5 is Silva.
8 is basically done with LF Farm Supply stuff.
What are you doing
It's
down
going
there
everywhere,
in
isn't it?
Alarka?
Yeah,
there,
that's
Dark?
going. I'm getting some water. I'm thinking about running this cut of cars up to Alarka Junction and meet Nasu there.
You mind jumping on 8? Might as well leave those cars there for the time being, or I can come down with the diesels and get them.
Yeah.
It looked like the last card looks like it had log on it.
Yeah,
All right.
it's got 1 log on it.
Final decision. Is anyone gonna hop on 8?
I'll get on it
Hold
in
on.
a moment. Let me just
Okay,
service.
then I'll just leave her here.
Yeah, just let me service this engine here, and I'll come and take care of it.
Mm-hmm. Stop these, and I'll be going for the night. That was great.
Yeah.
That was great. Anyway, see y'all.
The fucking Nantahala car's down here still.
Yeah, part of the reason why I was thinking about running that train up.
All right, I can pop down here with the diesels in.
Actually, better. Yeah, I could just send 2 and 3 up there.
2 and 3, they're honestly down here just because they need to be out of the way.
They were parked.
They're the first 2 engines we had.
Oh, is that the one? Okay. Okay, I know which one's there. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I remember those.
Nasu,
Hey, they worked.
Why out of context are you saying butterscotch ice cream blended with golden Oreos? And why does that actually
Ew.
sound good?
Yeah, really.
Well, the golden Oreos are like the vanilla Oreos.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't much of the chocolate Oreo, but, I wouldn't say no to them, let's put it that way, but those vanilla ones, ho. Bring them on.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna grab the Robbie cars that are here, come down, put them in the junction, then go grab the Alarka cars and bring them up.
Yeah, the Nataholic cars are on the Bryson side of the cut.
Well, I hate to say it, gentlemen, and folks out there, Dragon's got to get back to what he was doing if he ever wants to get his stuff together for the summer.
That's fair.
Yeah, well, kind of sucks when you're taking shit out of boxes and putting them into tubs to get rid of the boxes.
Yeah.
Also, to find out what the hell you put in the boxes, knowing that they were going to go eventually to another place, which never happened.
Oh, you'll get through it.
Yeah, I will. I want to get back to streaming too with you guys and gaming our asses off. There's so much good stuff out of it. I mean, this game's a blast to play. You're almost there.
I
Probably hit it
coupled
about now.
it so soft that it didn't actually couple.
Oh, you just missed it you just sneezed, you would have had it. Anyhow, folks, y'all take care, be safe.
Yeah,
And we'll catch you. We'll try to catch you when you come back on again.
Yep.
So, on that note, there goes the dragon.
Yeah, Nasu, I see your picture. It does. Honestly, it does look good. All right, I got me some tonnage and coal.
Burritos on a burger? Oh, what kind of burger was it?
I've heard that before. I don't remember who does it though.
Honestly, it sounds like something you'd hear out of a school cafeteria.
That's honestly probably something we did in a school cafeteria.
Yeah, I mean, walking tacos.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember those. Also, Fritos for chips and salsa, or proper tortilla chips for chips and salsa.
What is wrong with you? Proper tortilla chips.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta make do. All right, let's take a look at this. Ooh, a couple cars here for Silva interchange. Okay.
I didn't realize how fucking late it was.
Yeah. That's right.
Luke says scoops are the way for salsa. I mean, they work.
Yeah, scoops. I should have specified. Frito-Lay scoops are just a really thick tortilla chip. Changed my mind.
I mean, the scoops are just shaped in little bowls.
Oh, the barbecue explains it then.
Alright, I want to take this, go in, go to the left, and then come out over here, and then back into it. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's true.
I know I ate like a shit ton of food earlier, but now this conversation's making me hungry again.
Mm-hmm.
Come to Wisconsin, have an endless fried fish fry on Fridays. Come on, dude.
We have fish fries over here on Fridays at Pittsburgh.
What do you get? Cod or Icelandic haddock?
I think it's cod.
Yeah, there's this one place here that serves unlimited Icelandic haddock. Oh, it's some of the best damn fries I've ever had. Also, am I the only one in here that actually puts malt vinegar on their fries?
Malt vinegar
Malt vinegar
on French fries.
on French fries.
I don't think I've ever had it. Now,
It hits different.
oddly enough, what I have had on French fries that's different is maple syrup.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it would be good, but it is.
Huh, I might have to give that a bit of a try sometime.
I want to get like some decent maple syrup though, not like Milling Company. let's get past this switch here. Vintage Cookie is backing you up there, Dark, saying malt vinegar is good on fries. Like I said, I don't think I've ever had it, so I'll have to try it at some point. Actually, I wouldn't even know where to like go out and like get fries to do that.
Honestly, nothing wrong with just making them yourself at home if you get the bagged stuff. But honestly, don't even bother wasting your time with McDonald's fries.
Yeah, well, McDonald's fries are on their own platform.
Yeah, true. Hey guys, I'll be right back.
Okie dokie.
Yerp. What?
Ah. Right.
Am I making you look bad again?
I'm sure if they need me, they'll let me know.
To be honest, I actually did think of that earlier, and I completely forgot about it until Dark disappeared. You were here last week too, were you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I guess you were doing something earlier because you were, talking very nicely and professional. Use that as an excuse.
I'm a good liaison, yes.
Alright, time to scoot my way down to Alarka Junction. Except I'm using AI now, so we'll see how bad this goes.
I would shift over to the other channel if I didn't have Nasu in my area, but till he leaves, I just want to stay within communication range. I mean, I'll be out of the way shortly, so then I'll probably move over, but most
Can't
of
leave
the
till you
time,
clear.
yeah, because it's just safer. Because he's shifting, I'm shifting in the same area, so safety first.
Nasu, are you all organized?
He's still working on it.
Oh, okay.
I can actually see him still working on it. Organized? No.
Well, I mean, as long as it's blocked. I might not even have you run the transfer tonight. Just continue organizing and then tie down, I guess. Because I did not get that much sleep last night, and I probably ought to start ending the stream soon. Tomorrow, however, or not tomorrow, but the next time we play, because it won't be tomorrow. I can't be here. We'll deal with the interchange return, which will be fun. Though I'm probably gonna need more power come across map.
No, he doesn't have enough tonnage. 7 should be able to take it to Bryson.
No, but I meant to return everything east.
Oh. Yeah.
I've got the 3 jeeps, but I also would like to have the other 3 steamers from transfer.
Power.
NASA's on vacation. It's like I enjoy not having to deal with passenger.
Well, this whole time he's been telling us that he doesn't do freight. Now that he
Yeah.
doesn't have a passenger to move, now he's working freight with his passenger engine. He's like, oh.
Knowing us, we'll never be able to get him to do passenger ever again.
I mean, honestly, you could just set passenger on an AI for the most part. Pacific wouldn't be a horrible freight engine, but freight requires a decent amount of power when doing interchange, except for when these 830s come in and they're not that heavy. Get this boy some reefers.
Doesn't seem like the AI is very good at handling the jeeps.
Hmm.
Oh, almost there. Yeah, some of these locations definitely need a quite bit more detail.
All right, I'm in the clear, and probably will be for a couple minutes. I will be back.
Alright, time to take this up again. Alright. A lot of spicy wheel noises. Seven and 5 are on the move. 8 is on logs. Alright. Nice little peaceful ride. Oh, it's peaceful for me. I got AI driving. So I'm really just sitting here. Is this economy? Sure. Nice little cab here. How hard is it to walk? Oh, you can actually walk between the engines pretty easily. Ah, nice. I don't want to sit in the seat. Get out of the seat. Oh, okay. Got a little bit of overkill in terms of power for these few cars.
And back.
Hey, welcome back.
Alright, so 8 is on the way up to Conley Creek, clear of the main. Switch is reset, clear for Nassau. To come through.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Fencing seeing you here.
Oh, shit. Who was last up Conley Creek? Mare Crusher?
Probably. Why? Are the cars all fucked up?
No, I just found some car. I just found one of the switches wasn't reset properly.
Oh. Well, that's not the worst thing in the world.
No, it's easy fix, but it's like, ah, shit, now I gotta go check all the switches.
Oh, we're back up to 8 grand already.
Did you buy a 4th diesel already?
Now, how many GP9s did you say we would need for Red Marble Creek?
What's the expected tonnage?
I don't know. You did the math at one point.
Yes, one GP9 is good for 630 tons on the grade. So if you think that you need to haul 2,400 tons, you're going to need 4 Jeeps. If you want to haul 3,600 tons, you will need 6 of them, and so on and so forth. And that's only doing like 12 miles an hour.
I mean, are the Jeeps just acting as helpers, or?
No, that is if they were the power. So if the Jeeps are alone and you want to move tonnage by themselves, one Jeep will move 630 tons between 12 and 15 miles per hour up the grave. But that tonnage also includes the Jeep itself.
Okay.
Okay, these are pretty nice. I'll be able to finish all the silver stuff and get 5 back to Dillsboro before we're done.
Nice.
Okay. I'm just gonna grab these cut of cars ready to go to the interchange and take them from Malarca Junction to Bryson at least.
There you go.
And then after that point, I think I'll be having the shutdown stream. I just gotta sort out this Nantahala car that's still on this cut.
Actually, does it not Tahala need its car swapped out, or is it good place so far?
I don't know what's going on in Nantahala. I just know I have one car here that has to go out there. I don't know what is out there now. Nasu's gone moo. Alright, 1,300 tons. Alright, just trying to normalize some switches.
PJ, you have really bad timing.
Kitty.
As I can get ready to stop going by a switch. There's a cat in front of me.
Oh.
He's like, what
Hi,
switch?
puppies. Pay attention to me. TJ, buddy, can I help you? What's up? What's that? Why don't you go see what that noise is? Since you seem to be so interested in it.
Just creeping down the hill. Nasu, when you get into Whittier, fully tied down, please.
How far out is he from? Oh,
Yeah, I'm just outside of Bryson too. So the
Right.
you guys, wherever you guys find a good spot to stop.
I mean, I'm spotting the last car in Silva, then I'm headed to Darrowsboro to tie down and spot the last couple cars anyway. So I'm only another 10 minutes maybe.
I personally just am hooking up back up to my log cars after dropping off the first cut of cars.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want me coming just to stay up here at the top of Conley or.
Might as well.
All right, then I'm tied down then.
I want a better horn in this game. All right, Nasu, are you tied down?
Yeah, he put on 2 handbrakes, so I think he's tied down. So looks like he's got 5 cars for Whittier, and then the rest for Alarka. Then then I'll take a look at what Stenzel looks like right now. Stenzel is actually occupied, so heck, that Stenzel car is just gonna have to sit in the Whittier yard for a little bit.
Just going back to the end of the engines and tying down all the handbrakes.
Oh, the Oh, the 50-foot boxcar. Imagine if they put the 80-foot automotive automotive boxcar in here.
Oof.
I wish there was an on and off button for the diesels.
Instead of just constantly running.
Yeah, I mean, I know they don't burn fuel while they're idling, but still.
They should, but they don't.
But like also the steam engines, if you like put them in neutral, turn all the brakes off, they'll eventually just shut up. Okay. Alright, Krieg, where are you?
Dillsboro.
Okay. Go ahead and tie down then. For everybody else in stream that is still here, gonna be calling it quits for tonight on this session. I don't know when I'll be live next moving forward, potentially Friday. But we'll see. Until then, guys, thank you so much for watching, for everybody that's been part of the stream. And until next time, please enjoy.